Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Dream Talk 100 on Dream Talk 100 Radio, and I'm here as your host. Let me get some music going. Hold on, get some good R&B going. Let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, sir. How's it going there, everybody? How's it going, everybody? Let's get straight into it. On this one, I want to talk about business a little bit mixed in with spirituality. I guess that's what you want to call it. But the name of this one is going to be faking it until you making it. And so we're going to ask the question, what is faking it till you making it? Faking it till you making it means when you are pretending to be something that you're not. Now, in psychology, I won't even say in psychology, but they got a lot of like psychology videos and books on saying that you need to perceive to have something even though you don't have it. So you act like you have it, but you don't have it. So a lot of people have been falling under this philosophy to act like they have things that they don't have, which mean that if you portray in this act that you will bring things into fruition. So that's the thought. It's just an idea being thought out and acting upon the idea and having I guess I'm gonna say just hope on that the idea will come to fruition. I'm not against that at all. I just think in today's society that a lot of people take that a little bit too far. They take it a little bit too far. I think they going a little bit extra with it. Because I was doing an interview with Rick James and we were talking about The Secret. Whereas I think I mentioned that wrong in that interview when I was talking about the check. But it was, I think, the dollar bill. They took the dollar bill and added zeros to it, hanging it up on the back of their wall and imagining if they had $100,000. And that is totally different than people being on social media, acting like they have things that they don't have. But I'm gonna say this, when it comes to faking it till you make it, a lot of y'all going too extra with the faking it till you make it. The thing is about faking it till you make it. Oh, people need to get that music back. The thing about faking it till you make it is that it don't really. Oh man, this is so hard to to try to break down because a lot of people don't understand this. But it don't come and it don't mean to live fake like you making it. To fake it till you make it means to plan like you made it. One thing about business is planning. You plan ahead. That's nothing more, nothing less about that statement. Social media have gave people platforms to pretend like there's something that they are not, which means that they take the ego that they have, and through social media they become different names. They become whatever, Lala 87, whatever, and they just add on different more, which is an alter ego. They adding more alter egos to their ego. So it's like, okay, but are you planning to become what you need to become? So the fake it till you make it statement is just really tossed in the air. But the reason why I'm bringing up this podcast, because we recently had an incident with Bow Wow, where he allegedly, no, he ain't allegedly nothing. He actually post up a jet and some cars in front of the jet or whatever, and went on the plane. Somebody took a picture of him on the plane, and then they found out he was a seat above them, and they're like, he's commercial flying. He's commercial flying. That picture he just posted up, he ain't living it. Then it come to find out the picture came from some type of travel agency, whatever. Picture off their website that he posted up. I'm gonna just say this: when it comes to bringing things to fruition, this is when we need to get back into spirituality. When we need to get back into really God, true God. Getting back into asking questions instead of going out with, sometimes going out there and acting on things. We using too much masculine energy to try to get things done, when we need to use more feminine energy to get things done. And I'm going to break down the difference with the masculine energy. If that's what we're using, the thing about the masculine energy is just want to do and get things done. But with the feminine energy, it's all about receiving. So when you say fake it to make it is a process where you go out there and find out every information you need to find out to become the person you need to become. Which means that you're planning things like you already is going to come to, your future is already present. That's what that statement means. No more, no less. That's what that statement really means. That you're bringing the future, and in most cases the past, into the present. You're acknowledging them both, because a lot of times in this world we depend on luck. Sometimes we go out into this world, focus on the present, and don't know what the future gonna bring. So we live how should I say, like animal like, to a point we don't know what's gonna happen from day-to-day basis. Fake it till you make it. And I don't like using that word. It should be a better wording for that. Bringing things into fruition, it should be called, is planning to make it. It's planning to make it. And the thing is, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to break this down because I'm talking about the past, present, and future, and why that is all tied in together. Because the thing is, with this fake it till you make it thing, they trying to live in the future and the present, and you can't do that. Now they all run hand in hand. Actually, it's no separation between the future, present, and the past. It's all simultaneously. But you have to understand, going through that, you have to understand that with the future, that's the one that's non-existent. That it comes with plans in the present. It don't comes with just straight. You can't go from A to Z. Gotta go ABC. People don't understand that when it comes to faking it till you make it. People just want to jump ahead. And most times when you do that, you find yourself in most disappointment, but you also find yourself living a lie. That's the huge problem about it. That you find yourself living a lie. And when you live in a lie, that lie catch up with you. Now, I want to get more into that too, because with this whole fake it to make it thing, it got a lot to do with morals, your upbringing. Now, a lot of people would consider upbringing, they would consider it as mannerism. It's more than that, than morals. Morals is, that's the thing with these parents, man. Morals got everything to do with you knowing about life, period. Like the scripture of life, how to live life, how to become successful in life. They got a lot to do with morals. A nice person, because you're a nice person, don't mean you have morals. Morals consist of learning how to control your ego, being humble. And these are things that parents don't teach. So when it comes to that, learning how to control your ego, learning how to be humbled, that got a lot to do with your morals. And when your morals are basically fucked up pretty much, and you in this society where you think you don't have to go through a process in your present to get to your future and connect them, you tend to make it, to try to fake it till you make it. You don't want to put yourself in that type of situation. That's a real detrimental situation for you. So when you're teaching your kids about morals, you need to understand that you need to include life with that also. Also too, teach your kids about insecurity. Not insecurity, teach them security of self. Because that's where the whole fake it to make it comes from people that grew up insecure, not having things, and feel like they have to be irrelevant all the time, and not understanding that it's okay and it's truthful to say that I've been through something. It's nothing wrong with that. Because I'm going to tell you, you being a teacher, how do you become a better teacher to yourself and to people? Through your mistakes. And that's where they have a hard time. They don't want to become a teacher off their mistakes. They only want to become a teacher off of what they have accomplished. And you can't teach people that. You can't learn. Well, only thing you know is people's accomplishments about themselves. You learn off of people's mistakes. That's the true learning process. And that's something that we don't teach our kids. You learn off of true failure. You learn off of failure. Understand this. Failure is needed. You learn everything off of failure. You do not learn everything from success. Success, accomplishments is a self-reflecting thing. Success and accomplishments is really used to make things physical for your pleasurement and to make you stable. And when I mean pleasurement and materialistic things, to make you stable, to make you stable enough to you go to so far you can reach back out to people, because you can't reach back out to people if you're not stable. If you're not stable, then when you try to be a teacher to the world, you won't be consistent at it. So accomplishments make you be stabled. But the true teaching and the wisdom comes from mistakes. That's how you become a teacher. So faking it till to make it. Who are you fooling? Them or yourself? That's the insecurity thing. And Bow Wow, I have no problem with him. It's unfortunate that he had to go through that situation. I don't want to too much speak on that. I just thought that situation would be unfortunate for him. You know, that did a lot to his career and how people view him. Positive people. So I just want to say shout out to him. Hopefully he learned the lesson from that failure, because that was a failure. Yes, sir. But that's how we learn, folks. Me, honestly, I don't want to share my accomplishments with the world. I want to share my failures with the world. My accomplishments ain't going nowhere. They with me. And they stand with me. And they're not going anywhere. So people need to understand that. Those failures are not going anywhere. They stay with you. But they stay with you to teach yourself and to teach others. Understand? And I just want to say, morals, learning morals in life is more than just learning how to behave yourself with other people. It's also learning how to become something, knowing the negativity of life and how to bounce back from that and be able to push that out into the world. But you have to be humble to do that. And that's what parents fail at. Getting back to your true self. Learning about the heart space. Because the heart space receives negative energy, but it pushes back out positive energy. You feel me? Work with me. The ego takes in negative energy and push out negative energy. So learning how to be a true teacher of wisdom entitles you to have great morals. And I just want to say, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I want to say I love y'all to life. I want to say this is your boy Dream Talk 100. Follow me on Instagram, please, on Dream Talk 100, and I'm on Twitter, Dream Talk 100. I'm gonna be doing more. I got so much stuff on me. I'm so extremely busy. I work just like y'all work. I got a job just like y'all got, and I work a lot of hours. So I try to get much work done as much as possible. I know I'll be missing for weeks, but I'm trying to get things done as much as possible. I want to say, man, I love y'all. I respect y'all to life. I'm gonna keep this thing going. I'm gonna keep this positive movement going. Peace out for your boy, Dream Talk 100.